true indeed with you. Holy Circle Gaming. Thank you for rocking with your boy like always. Definitely a privilege and an honor to do as such. We back at it, doubling up for you. Marvel Puzzle Quest, continuing the series, of course. As y'all well know, they're still under the anniversary celebration, so there's a lot of things jumping off. If you caught the last video, then you kind of have a breakdown of what's going on. Not much has changed since then. The only thing they changed in the mix is that they added another versus competition, the I Choose You versus competition. So what that leads me to believe, they're going to kind of continue on with their anniversary celebration for a little bit of time. Basically, it's substituting out for a complete season, which is definitely not a bad thing. It's definitely a good thing for sure that they're actually subbing out, because it gives a lot of people time to like catch up and recoup and get their squads up to speed, so when the next season jumps off, which should be season 33 if I'm not mistaken, everybody will be in a little bit better position and ready to rock. So it should be a real good scenario going forward as we go along. As y'all will see, the big thing right now is his boss rush. With the boss rush is basically an alliance competition in which you have to beat up on the boss, kind of like y'all did before with the Iron Man versus Captain America. It's the same identical setup. The only difference is, as y'all will see, it's going to feature Ultron as well. So with Ultron, you're actually getting all three bosses mixed into one. That's why when you see there's 3 waves, pretty tough to get through. I'm not gonna front. It's been really hit and miss as far as like the ability for me to get through all 3 of these scenarios. You're gonna need a lot of pop. You gotta need a lot of health points, a lot of pop. I really believe it requires a good 3-star characters, maybe some 4-star characters in the mix, or some phenomenal 2-stars that y'all really have upgraded really well in order to make this work. Because you have to be able to do a lot of team damage in order to get the job done. And at least that's the way that I think about doing these boss rushes. And I'm actually going out of sequence today. I'm actually going to be doing some gameplay first and foremost, as opposed to doing some pack pulls. I may get to some pack pulls a little bit later on, but I'm definitely going to get a little bit of gameplay in so I can show you a little bit more about what's been jumping off in regards to the boss rush and the alliance battles. And as y'all will see, I think I am 4th in my team, because I haven't really been pushing extremely crazy, but been pushing a little bit in regards to this boss rush battle. I think I'm on like wave 2 or 3 or whatnot. As y'all will see, this gives you a breakdown of the boss rush and how to beat up on him. See how much hit points he has? 17,000 hit points. That's a pretty significant number, to be honest with you. So that's kind of where we are there. So I want to give you some gameplay first and foremost. Besides that, I hope y'all runs has been going well in your Marvel Puzzle Quest. I know it's been really up and down for a lot of people. For me, it's been very good, and I've been sticking with Marvel Puzzle Quest. And it's funny, I was sitting here recollecting a little bit, like, dog, I've been playing this game a lot, an awful lot. And here's the thing, I like puzzle games. It's not one of those things where I really don't like puzzle games. I really kind of like puzzle games a lot. And for this one in particular, kind of stick with me is saying a lot. I'm one of those ones who just started playing this maybe a tad. I ain't gonna say it was a year ago, because it really hasn't been that long. I want to say it's maybe to the tune of maybe 6 months or so, maybe that, probably a little bit longer. I have to check some of my video footage, because most of it I did put on cam, so somewhere in that area. I transitioned from playing another puzzle game, another match 3 puzzle game called Gems of War, in which, like I said before, and I am going to do it some point soon, I am going to break down differences between match 3 puzzle games and show you why certain games work for certain people and why other versions of match 3 games work for other people. This kind of works for me because the way that it plays out for me, I like the strategy behind this particular style of gameplay with the match 3 style. I like it a lot. Some people don't like it. They like their match 3 puzzle games to be a little bit more basic. I like mine to be a little bit more advanced. Not to the point where I'm getting dotted up, like as y'all will see, because I'm getting seriously dotted up right now. But but this is the reason why I like it, because it's not going to be like Like if you put it in comparison to like Candy Crush, for example, it's not going to be extremely impossible at junctures to beat it. And I'm not saying that Candy Crush is an impossible game. I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm just saying that it's flawed, because the difficulty level as you ramp up is probably a little bit too high for most people to kind of contend with. So it kind of loses its appeal really fast. But a game like this, anybody could jump in this game. Anybody could really master it. It just takes time and dedication into it. And it's really not like a money hog. People think that a lot of these games that are designed for mobile or like smaller base PC games are like money hogs where you got to drop in a lot of money on the back end in order to get really great. I don't think that you have to. I just think that you have to put in the work in order to be great at this game. And being great does not always constitute having the best players or the best cards or the best cards to play, but it does require a lot in order to make these happen. So with that, what I would suggest is that, give this game a little bit of run if you haven't had a chance to give this game some run. For me, the reason why I like it a lot is because it really makes me think about everything that I'm doing. And right now, as y'all well see, I am getting completely dotted up right now, and there's not much I could do, so I'm not going to really go hard. Because I don't think I picked the right squad. I think I just picked my best 3 as far as like squad is concerned. I didn't pick the proper 3. But it's okay. But this is the reason why I like the game, because you got to be able to think your way through. And the times that you're not really thinking your way through, it's the times that you get dotted up pretty extensively. This game is forgiving to a degree, but not that forgiving. This game will definitely punish you for bad plays. It will definitely reward you for good plays. It will definitely give you some different chances to get some outs. Like right now, I probably should have been done already, but thankfully I'm still in business right now. I don't think I'm going to be able to withstand all 3 rounds, of course, but at least currently I'm in business as far as like, at least making a little bit of a run for you. But this is how this game is played, and this is the reason why I like it a lot, maybe versus other match 3 games. And I am going to break these match 3 games down. I just wanted to do it the right way and not make it like too simple. I wanted to make it something that's really complex as far as like the style of match 3 games, why certain ones work, why certain ones don't work, which one may be right for you. Because just because Marvel Puzzle Quest is right for me, that doesn't mean that it's right for everybody. But that's just kind of my thought and my logic in regards to games like you see here. And the other thing that I was kind of kicking around when I was thinking about like a couple of topics to talk about as I get dotted up. Wow. The Hulk is like dotting me up. Wow. Other topics that I was thinking about, while running some gameplay earlier was, what is my ultimate goal while playing this? Is it the ultimate goal to have get the best cards, or is the ultimate goal literally just to show well and play well and have fun with it? I think for me it's a combination of both. I want to get to the point where I actually have some top-notch cards, but I know it takes time. I also want to get to the point where I can be known as being competitive. I don't have to be at the top of the rankings all the time, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm competitive in a lot of the gameplays and a lot of the verses that I'm playing. And currently, I can really tell you that I have been very competitive as of late. As far as like being able to match up, getting to the top 100s, top 10s, things of that magnitude, I've been able to do that. But that's kind of my goal. Another thing that I've been like kicking around, like why I kind of push in regards to playing Marvel Puzzle Quest. A lot of time it's to show the masses like just because the game costs just because a game doesn't cost like 40, 50, 60 bucks, that is not a bad game for one. 2. I also want to show that, just because you have the right cards, that doesn't mean that just because you have the right cards, that doesn't mean that your gameplay is right. And just because your gameplay is great, that doesn't mean that there's certain cards that you don't need. that's the versatility in this game, because I think everybody plays this game much differently. I think the ultimate goal is to kind of get the best combination of cards and see what works and compete well. And ultimately, I think that's like the big goal. But there's a lot of things I like to show. I like tinkering with different cards, so I'll give cards different run. And I've been sticking, and it's funny because I've been sticking with my certain cards for a period of time, but I like giving different cards different types of run just to see how well or not well that it works. Because every card that's in this mix works well. They work in sync with one another. It's just part of the beauty of this game is being able to figure out which cards work well together and why, and how can you make it work well to your advantage. And that's, you know, and that's the beauty of it, but that's the difficulty of it too, because it is kind of hard to figure out which cards work better. And that's a shout out to my man Jonathan, who be watching from time to time on the YouTube page, and he been throwing out, you know, different ideas from time to time, like which cards work, which cards doesn't, because the way that I was thinking about it prior to was different than how he was thinking, and what he was saying as far as like different cards and different card combinations actually worked out to my advantage. So that's the beauty of this game. That's the reason why I like this game a lot, because there's not one way to play it. There's so many ways to play this game. There's so many different objectives that you could get done. There's a lot of things that you could push and work towards, even if it's something simple like, look, I just want to get to the point where I can hit #1 on the boards, on the versus boards consistently. You could definitely do that. I want to be in the highest ranks as far as like competing with the top-notch competition. You could do that. I just want to casually play this game and just, oh, I'll casually play this because I like match 3 puzzle games. You could do that too. There's a lot of different ways to play this game, and it's so beautiful that the way this game is played. And that's why, you know, there's certain games that stick around for a period of time and certain games that don't. But this game, you know, to be a basically a mobile game for all intents and purposes, to stick around as long as it has, I'm surprised it didn't get a lot more run than what it did originally. And that's part on me too, because I'll be the first to tell you that I didn't jump on board with this game first off. Part of it is because I didn't know. I really didn't know about this game. It was due to my man Boom Boom Shot Put, representing the Holy Circle Gaming, of course. He's the one who got me onto this game. I was going hard in the paint on a game called Gems of War, like I told you, and with Gems of War, I was playing it on my P4, and that's how I jumped off on it, and I really liked that style of gameplay. And so playing something like this is actually to me, and it's not a knock against the squad who does Gems of War, because I think they do a great job too. I just think this is a better version of game, to be honest with you. But that's just my personal take. I just think that is better. I just think there's a little bit more you could do as far as like card combinations and, you know, hit points and stats. You know, the hybrid RPG, hybrid and puzzle game. I like it. This is the game I really truly like a lot, and I really say a lot of people should really invest a little bit more into. But that's the reason why I play. I mean, I play to try to get the best card. So, you know, me getting hyped about a 5-star card, that's how I get down. Because I think that, you know, realistically having a chance to get some top-notch cards to just say, look, I got a top-notch card. I gotta see how these abilities run. How do these 5 stars match up with these 4s and 3s? You know, is my 2-star squad beats up on 3-star squads? I could actually do those things and answer those type questions. So that's the reason why I like this game a lot. And that's the reason why I'm playing. And my ultimate goal is to kind of maybe get to the point where I could say, look, I got some top-notch cards. I could compete well. And ultimately, I want to get to the point where I could say, look, I've done enough with this game to say that it's not boring. When the time that it gets boring is the time that I'm probably going to jump away and say, I'm good, and maybe transition into something different. But right now, you know, as long as I've been playing the game, it's been really, really fun, you know, thus far. As y'all well saw, before I kind of sign out, just want to give y'all a little bit of gameplay real quick. Y'all can look at the squad real fast. Let me show y'all what I'm working with as far as the squad. Not too many changes that I've made between the last sessions or so. Haven't added anything. Maybe a little bit of upkick on some of my 2 stars, but nothing too crazy, to be honest with you. I haven't made any changes as of yet. I did get this Human Torch, which I'm not going to use. I have a lot of 2 stars in there. I showed this to you on my previous video, but I have a lot of 2 stars. And I was kind of holding them to see if I really needed them for a particular quest. And I really could use some of them, but to be honest with you, like I could use Ares as far as like doing some of these boss battles or whatnot. I could use a couple of other of these 2 stars. I do have this Doctor Doom. Now it puts me into like a weird like scenario because I have 2 of the cards of the Doctor Doom. I have 2 cards of the Iron Man, amongst others. And so I have those that I have to consider maybe throwing on the line, maybe switching out, and maybe doing something with. But I also have these 3 that I'm still sitting on. I just pulled Invisible Woman, so y'all saw that on the previous video. So I'm still kind of deciding what to do with these 3. As far as like the 4 stars, because I definitely want to incorporate those 2. Now Miles Morales, my boy Boom Boom Shot Put, he rocks with him. So I'm not overly gassed about using Miles Morales, to be honest with you, but I may give it some run. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm not like overly gassed about using them. Kingpin has definitely been a good one. I could have used them a few days ago, but I didn't. And Invisible Woman, I may give some run as well, just so I can show y'all how Invisible Woman works. I just maybe need a couple of more abilities to match up with her, but that's kind of how we are right now as far as like the roster is concerned. I do have a few coins that I should pull, and which I might as well go ahead and pull them real fast. I haven't been doing well in the standard packs. Standard packs has not been super duper friendly. But I have been getting a little bit of push with some 2 stars, as y'all well see. Caught a Black Widow. What I'll do, I'll spend some ISO 8. Now, I don't recommend spending a lot of ISO 8 and going in 1 star, 2 stars, or 3 stars unless you're first starting off. If you're first starting off, I would definitely try to hold some to upgrade your characters, but try to get as many covers as you can. Because the better your covers that you have, once you start stacking up ISO 8, it's going to be real easy to kind of like, move your cards up really fast and start getting to a spot where you can actually compete and do some things, especially with some low grade level 1s or level 2s. You could definitely do some things with. And if you get the proper level 2s, you're good to go. Level 2s go a pretty good distance in this game, to be honest with you, which is a rarity, because you would think that the better your cards, the better your chances are going to be to win, which to a degree it is once you get to the upper levels. But 2-star cards, you could ride those 2-star cards out for a long period of time. I still rock with a bunch of 2-star cards, and it's definitely been working extremely well for me. So that's how I get down. Oh, let me go ahead and pull this. I have, where was that card? I think I have a class of 2016. Just give you out basic ratios. It's standard like you see the hero pack, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star breakdown as far as like the numbers is concerned. Nothing too crazy. If you get a 10 pack of these, then you'll get a little bit of upkick as far as like your ratio is concerned, but the ratio is basically about the same. It's really hard to get anything above a 2, but if we get a 3 or a 4, it'll be really cool, to be honest with you. It's another 2, so it's not bad, and that's a Bullseye, in which, like I said, I should have kind of rocked with Bullseye when I had him, but I just kind of gave up on him. It's just not my particular card in particular to rock with, but that's just me. What I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to pull these 2 in the Taco Vault. And with the Taco Vault pull, you know how we get down, we doing blind, of course. I haven't been doing really well in the Taco Vault, but hopefully we get a little bit of something out of the Taco Vault. I know a lot of people's Taco Vaults have been kind of up and down as of late. Mine has been pretty cool. What do we get? 500 ISO A, which kind of makes up for some of the ones I was blowing, but it's not a big deal. That's not really a good pull for me. But that's been really indicative of my pulls as of late. That's why I've been so afraid to really pull some serious cards right now. Is because with these covers, what's been happening is that I haven't been pulling at a really high successful rate. I've been successful, like a couple of weeks ago, I was pulling at a really good rate. Now the ratio is not all that good. So what do we get out of the Taco Ball here? Is it something really fresh? I hope it is. Is it something good? What do we got? Another set of ISO 8. And that's so typical of my runs. for like Taco Vault and some other things. Not really great pulls whatsoever. But let me let you look at this boss rush. If you're doing the boss rush, here's some of the things that you are chasing for. There's a Winter Soldier in here. That's the 4-star. There's also the 4-star Thor. There's the Nova in there. That's the 4-star. Definitely a good look. There's definitely a legendary coin in there. Bunch of good 3s in there. Doctor Doom, as far as like 3 stars, probably the most prominent of all of them. There is an Iron Man in there, as I just clicked on accidentally. Bunch of 2s. But mainly you got a more of a ratio to maybe get a Doctor Doom more so than anything else. But it's out of 1 out of 80 chance. Everything official. Everything's gonna be either 2, 3, or 4. No coins. No ISO 8. So hopefully you get something pretty official out of these. I will hope that y'all will get some 4 stars or some solid 3 stars out of it. Hopefully I get something like that too. What did I get here? Did I get something dope? This is a 2-star Captain Marvel, which helps in championing her, so I'm not too mad at that at all, to be honest with you. I'm going to go back in there one more time. Hopefully we get a 3 or a 4-star. Hopefully you start getting some good pulls too. Hopefully your pulls are going better than what my pulls are, because my pulls have not been going great. And I'm not down on that. I mean, I just know that it happens. This is like anything else. It goes in waves. Sometimes you got the hot hand, sometimes you don't. You know, and hopefully I get the hot hand sometime soon. What did I get here? Did I get something fresh? That's a 2-star Wolverine. That's not bad. Actually helps in the champion of my character, so it's definitely not a bad look whatsoever. And I actually have three more in the anniversary. So in the anniversary one, what's crazy about this one here is that on the top end of things, what I mean by top end, you know, 3 stars and 4 stars, there's about a little bit above a 50% chance to get the 3-star or 4-star out of here. But I've been bottom ending a lot of them. I got my Invisible Woman out of here, I believe, but I've been bottom ending a lot of them. What I mean by that is maybe getting a lot of 2 stars out of the mix. So hopefully we get something good out of here. Did we get a 3 or a 4-star? What did we get here? Is it something fresh? 1000 ISO 8. Which is, you know, unfortunately super typical of what I've been pulling as of late. I've been pulling exactly like that. You know, nothing too crazy, nothing too great. Everything on the bottom end of the scale. I haven't really been getting too much on the top end of things, but hopefully it changes sometime soon. Hopefully we get something really, really fresh out the packs. What did we get, y'all? Did we get something fresh? Is there something good here? What do we got? Whoa, we did finally top end one. Okay, that's that 4-star Thor, Goddess of Thunder. Wow, we did top end a good one. Wow, that was a hard one to top end too. So it's only like a 1 in a 100 chance to top end that one. So that's a good top end right there. Really, really good. So now I gotta consider maybe throwing in that 4-star Thor in there. I got to take a look at it. I haven't looked at that card yet, but I got one more, but I'm definitely happy about that. So that's a really good top end pull, and we definitely needed that top end pull. So that kind of makes up for a lot of L's that's happened earlier in that mix as far as like getting some bad pulls, but that's a very good top end pull. I'm so happy about that. Anytime you get a 4-star out of the mix, that is definitely a good look. So what did we get here? Did we get another 3 or 4-star? At least put me on the top end of things. What did we get, y'all? Moonstone, okay, I can't even be mad. You know, that's another bottom end right there. So I'm not too salty about that. Just to let y'all know, I want to take a look at that. I definitely want to take a look at that Thor. Let me go ahead and sell off these 1-stars real fast. And let me take a look at this Thor, because I haven't had a chance to look at this Thor. This one utilizes Smite. Smite deals 639 to the enemy. Did 139 for each charged tile on the board. You know who could work well with that? I could utilize that one with my Silver Surfer. Ooh wee. Silver Surfer could generate 7s, but they both use red. That's the only problem with that. I had to figure out how I could utilize that, but that's definitely a good card. Probably in all likelihood is going to get some run as far as like the 4-stars is concerned. Probably more sooner than later. I just got to figure out how to utilize that. unless we get something additional that actually helps out the cause even more. Let me do some quick upgrades as we're sitting here. Oh, definitely want to upgrade that because that gives us a chance at a heroic token, in which I could definitely pull that for you if y'all would like. I'll pull that. My Wolverine's gonna move up a little bit more, give us a few more of the coins that we need to upgrade, which is cool. And here's my setup for Wolverine. Is 545 454, excuse me. I should go 5553, but I kind of like this mix. It's been working out pretty well for me, so I've been kind of rolling with it for right now. As far as like Black Widow's concerned, she's going to get upgraded as well. Rank 104, and I used a 535 for my Black Widow as well. So definitely not bad as far as like the pulls has been concerned. Slowly moving my champions up some. I could run through some more ISO 8 to get a few more pulls, but I'm not right now. Probably at a little bit later point in time. But I am going to pull this heroic token out of here. So hopefully we get something pretty good out of it. It's a 2-star Wolverine. Definitely not bad. We'll definitely upgrade it. But you know what? You know what I didn't do? I was meaning to do it in the last one, and I didn't do it on this one. I got 67 command points. What does that mean? That means I got 3 shots at a 4-star or 5-star. And you know what? I gotta run. I gotta make a run for it. I gotta run for it. You know, a bunch of chances for some 4 stars. Basically equal chance to get a 5-star. I gotta run for it. I gotta take 3 cracks at it. So it may change my mind if I get, you know, because there's a chance I could maybe double up and hit something that I already have. There is a chance I could maybe get a piece of this Wolverine, Steve Rogers maybe. There's a few things that could come out of the mix here. So I gotta give it some run. Mainly if I could get something to help Silver Surfer out, I will. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and run with these. We got 60 command points. We got a 4-star there. We're definitely going to work with that 4-star for sure, depending on what it is. What's the 4 stars? Is something fresh? Professor X, which is not bad. Haven't had a chance to run with Professor X, so we'll definitely keep it in consideration. I actually like that pull a lot. It's not bad. Definitely not bad at all. So I have to really consider out of the 4 stars which one to kind of rock with. Let's get another rock at it. Another 4-star as well. So let's see what we got as far as the 4 stars concerned. These are really coming off pretty good. That's that Winter Soldier. We actually kind of need Winter Soldier right now. So what I may do, if I don't love Winter Soldier, I may just give him some current run immediately and maybe get off of him later on down the line. But that's definitely a good pull too. What should we take a run at at one of these 5 stars, or should we kind of? I'm gonna go ahead and rock the way I was gonna rock. I'm gonna go ahead and rock 3 of them the same way. It's 3 4 stars. It would have been a 4-star either way it go, I'd imagine. What do we got here? That Ant-Man is cool. Ant-Man is cool. We actually needed Ant-Man. That's definitely not a bad look. That actually helps a lot. Because that actually gives me a chance to upgrade this Ant-Man. If I actually have him in there, where is he? Actually gives me a chance to upgrade him some. Utilize the small time crooks ability. That's cool. So I can at least move him to 74. I like small time crooks because it actually helps. Actually an awful lot. So it gives me a little bit more chance to utilize Ant-Man a little bit more efficiently. That's definitely a good pull. Definitely needed that pull, to be honest with you. So definitely good there. Now, let me take a quick look. Oh, I can add this level real fast. Let me do this real fast. Yeah, that's cool. We'll add that up real fast. Not bad. Let's take a look. Winter Soldier. Moving target. Countdown target that deals 1195. If you match it, it does 2k in damage. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I may have to consider that one. That's not bad for a red. Now, Professor X. Master Plan. Master Plan's a passive. Anytime you match 4 or 5, it generates 1 AP, and it deals 954 as a passive. When you match a 5, that's not bad either, considering that you can actually utilize him. You can actually utilize him in certain scenarios. That's not a bad look either. I'm not really mad about that play either, because to be able to do 954 basically off of a 5 match, that happens more often than not with me. So that's not a bad look. And y'all saw Thor already. Got some things to consider. So we'll kind of see where we're going along with this. So it's definitely a good look so far. So I'm going to leave it right there with some gameplay, with some cover pulls. Hopefully y'all like this run. And keep rocking with your boy, man. If y'all like it, tell your family and friends, like the page, whatnot. Let me know what I should be doing differently. Let me know how y'all like my squad. And let me know how your alliance is doing in your boss rush as well. So keep me posted in all that regard. I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy, man. You know, I tell you, I always consider it a privilege and an honor every single time y'all catch me on the Twitch stream. If y'all catch me on the YouTube page, I definitely consider it a privilege and an honor for y'all to take the time out of your day to rock with your boy. Y'all know who I am. I'm Mr. True Indeed, of course. You know who I represent. I represent Holy Circle Gaming. And like always, is God above everything. Until the next time, family, we'll do it again soon. Salute.